What's going on, everybody? We're
Hey,
back
everyone.
for Midlights. My name's Jaden.
I'm Annalise.
I'm TJ.
We are here to share Midlights with you at 11 p.m. in the darkest hour so that whoever is out there, that if you see this, you can get a little piece of Jesus in your darkest hour.
Right.
So, just another update for everyone that is watching on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We just told our Instagram viewers that we're going to be phasing out YouTube, Facebook, and
No, we're phasing out Instagram.
Instagram.
You said phasing out.
Yeah, all three. We're going to be just going to Twitch. We will be using YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram for the next couple weeks just to get everyone on Twitch. But once we hit that, we're going to be just using Twitch because we can do some really cool stuff there. So please go follow us on Twitch at generations_youth. It'll come up here at the bottom of the screen if you're watching, not on Instagram, because Instagram doesn't let us do any of that cool stuff. But generations_youth on Twitch. Please go follow us. It's free to make an account. It's a great time there. We'll be doing live game shows, just as a little teaser. So we're going to be doing like Bible trivia nights or history trivia nights, a bunch of cool things. So make sure you go follow us on there because we're going to be doing some really cool stuff here with Midlights. And we're really excited to be able to share that with everybody. So what's up, guys?
Nothing.
Good week?
It's all right.
I'm working right now on sharing this with people on Instagram. That is why I'm not looking, just so you guys are aware.
So make sure you guys actually share this on whatever platform you're watching it on. Make sure you just send it to everybody. And like Pastor Nick does, somebody out there better share it with Justin Bieber because one of these days he's going to watch. All right.
Like JB, he's the man.
We got Jackson. He's on. He said not even that dark out. Emily Mig.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
on Instagram Live. Hey, Jesse, what's up?
Oh, someone said something about Twitch on Instagram.
Your mom. Twitch seems like something only young people do. I'm old.
Mom, you better get Twitch and follow us. We're trying to hit 50 followers, Mom.
Jesse, did you send it to Justin for us? Please and thanks.
Make sure you share this with everyone.
Hi, Mackenzie.
What's up, Ken?
So this past week, since the last time we jumped on, we had baptisms. And I think we, watched 20 plus people get baptized, I think.
Yeah.
It was really awesome, really cool. We had a little bit of like a picnic, baptisms out at the campground. So we were in a pool. And that was the day before Memorial Day. So that was a cool way to kick off like the holiday weekend. And then Monday, most of us had off. Well, I'm pretty sure everybody had off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Memorial Day, baby.
Did you guys do anything fun or exciting on Memorial Day?
Me?
You guys, yes.
Did I? I don't know. Did I?
You swam in your pool.
I swam in my pool all day. That is what I did.
And your mom cooked wonderful food on the grill.
Thanks, Mom.
You had to grow.
I got you, Amanda.
No, so we are a mostly vegetarian household because my dad is a vegan, and we had burgers, and it's like the first time I had like a home cooked grilled burger in a very long time. It was heavenly. It was so good. Thanks, Mom.
TJ, did you do anything?
I had a wedding.
Ooh, that's right. I forgot about that.
A little bit weird, but I guess it's kind of security, like making sure everybody can get there. That was super cool. That was Sarver. It had it was in this old barn, like it was modernized, but all the exposed wood.
Do you remember the name of it?
Avenue?
No.
The Avenue
Don't know
or
about
something.
that
It was real weird and sketchy, and I thought there wasn't going to be air conditioning, but it was.
Yay.
And also got food poisoning from the wedding.
Oh.
So
Love that.
was
That's a
super
no-go.
cool.
Also, since last Friday, we do this Friday nights. Sorry, guys. It's been a long week, so if I'm slow to say some things, I apologize in advance. But since last week, we also had city groups, which is every Tuesday night from 6:30 to 8 p.m. right here at the church. But we were able to go outside. It was probably the hottest day we've had in a very long time.
Yeah.
And I know that Jaden, myself, Jaden's younger sister, and her friend, we were setting up the volleyball net outside for the night, and we all needed to go get a new outfit at Walmart because it was that hot and we were not prepared.
I sweat through all my clothes.
But it was a really fun night. We had a celebrated birthday, we had cupcakes, And there's more fun stuff to come during the summer. Just a little heads up. A lot of games are coming, and I'm really excited. But so once you guys get there, that's for anyone in grades 6 through 12. Come hang out with us. Your mom said I don't serve food poisoning at my house. No, you don't.
TJ, I think you just got an invite over for my mom.
Hey, I don't turn down food. Show up.
But so, Annalise, do you want to explain what Midlights usually is and why we do this?
I mean, you did a little bit, but I can explain it again. So we used to do Midlights probably, I'd say, last year. It's been a while. And this is our second week back, so we're super excited to be back again tonight. But it was Pastor Nick's vision and my vision. And I don't know if you guys know Liberty, but Liberty used to hop on with us every week too. It was our vision to just bring light in the darkness. And when we say darkness, I mean, yeah, it's dark outside, but kind of what that means is if you're in college, if you're in high school, maybe if you're past those stages of your life, you're still getting into some dark things on Friday nights. So I know for me, when I was in college, I used to party, I used to drink, and that was what I'd be doing on a Friday night around this time. Honestly, I probably would have started way before now. But what we're doing is we want to give you guys an option to stay home and get a little bit of Jesus, like Jaden said, in your life, and kind of just connect with us, talk, chat, get some questions answered, and just have fun, but not have to be out at a party or not have to be doing something you might not want to be doing. So that's why we're here. And this is why we give this time of our nights for you guys. So we definitely love doing this, and we would love for you guys to send more questions. We have plenty, but we always want more. Especially
live questions. And someone just wrote in, and it's not really a question, but she said that she's been getting bullied a lot at school. I think it's a girl. I don't know who it is, but she says she's getting bullied a lot at school, and she said, "Can you pray for me?" And absolutely, we can put you on a prayer chain. And even if you go right here, I know whoever said it is on Instagram, but if you go to our YouTube or our Facebook and you look at what I just put on the screen, you can email us at prayer@ghow.net, and we will put you on a prayer chain. Someone can be in contact with you if prayer is exactly what you want. But honestly, I
and those will stay anonymous too, just FYI, so everyone's aware. Yeah. And TJ's gonna type that in the Instagram chat as well. Yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
But for that specifically, I know a lot of people have gone through something like that, and you're definitely not alone. And I know that that's a very cliche thing to say, and a lot of people will say that, like, you're not alone, don't worry about it, you'll be fine. And I know that that's really hard to hear sometimes, but you're not. We are here for you. If you come to church, we can build a relationship with you, get you in some life groups and amazing things like that. So please come build relationships with us. We want to know who you are. We want to see you, and we value you and your life. So definitely you will be getting prayer. And if you email that, we can get some people in contact with you and get you connected with a church, even if you're nowhere near us.
And you can reach out to us on Instagram DM too. Those will only stay with the people that are on our Instagram, and I'm one of them. So those don't go very far other than, I want to say, 3 or 4 different people, unless you ask for it to not be anonymous.
And if you are a girl, no worries. We will direct you straight to a girl. And if you are a guy that has a problem, we will direct you straight to a guy that can help talk you through things or get you connected with a church anywhere. We are a church that is very lucky to be connected with a lot of churches around the area, around the nation. And we, with Pastor Nick's help, who is very good at marketing himself and marketing our church, can get you connected with pretty much anywhere that is a very spirit-led church, and can help you build relationships and find that love and meaning that I'm sure you're looking for. So definitely you will be prayed for. And what did my mom say?
Oh, she said something to her.
Okay.
Hey, Jay, thank you so much. We miss you too. Love you too. You should come to church this Sunday. I'd love to see you. Also, thank you, Pizza. Guys, his name is actually Frank, but we call him Pizza here at the church. So I'm just saying.
I had no idea. He's on there.
Yeah, he's on here.
I had no idea Pizza's name was Frank.
I just saw it for the first time on Pete. I think Pete had a verse of the thing. He's like, "You Frank and had a great time." I was like, "Who's Frank?"
Yes.
Who's Frank?
There's something else I was gonna say, but I completely forgot, guys. So.
I don't know.
So.
Oh wait.
Okay.
I know what I was going to say. I think that we should tell everybody a little bit more about ourselves because we did just introduce ourselves, but we are 3 out of the 4 youth leaders here at Generations House of Worship. And I want us to tell you like a little bit about us, kind of, don't be going to a full life story, but like maybe what we do, how we got to the church. I don't know. Well, some people know more about us than just our names.
You want to start?
I can start. Okay, so I'm Annalise. I just graduated actually from IUP. It's been a long time coming. Fun fact, that's how I met TJ from Geneva, not IUP. That's why it's been a long time coming. I've transferred colleges. But I did just graduate, I don't know, maybe it's been like a month, I think, with a business management degree. And I'm a coach for a volleyball team, a varsity volleyball team. Where's the church at? I will text that to you, Emily. Shout out to Emily, who is one of my volleyball players. But my school that I coach at is in Blairsville, which is very far right now from where I'm at. But I coach there. I also help at the church a lot, and I might become a teacher? ? Stay tuned.
Nice.
That's kind of what's going on here.
You want 18 to a church?
Oh, I am on some teams. Thanks for that little segue. So I'm one of our youth leaders. I do missions trips, plan them. Function as a there's a bug. Sorry. I function as an unpaid staff team member. So I'm here pretty much throughout the week, every day, doing projects, whatever I can do to help out. Okay, I think that's it.
TJ, why don't you go next?
My name is TJ. My full name is Thomas James Velody. I'm actually from McKeesport, and that's kind of far, but then I moved to Cedarsville, and that's even further. So I have a nice little commute here every time that we come up, and it's great, and I love it, and it gives me time to reflect on my day. So that's great. I went to Geneva as well, graduated from there with a civil engineering degree, and now I'm a civil engineer at PennDOT, and I look at plans and stuff. It's, it's pretty complicated. It's cool.
The life of a PennDOT worker, huh?
And everybody yells at me. They're like, "Why don't you fix the potholes?" And I'm like, "That ain't me. I don't do that."
I'm not out there.
I played football 4 years at Geneva. I played all through high school. We weren't good at Geneva. We were very good at McKeesport. And then Annalise and I met there. And then one day she was like, my senior year, I think, right?
What? No.
Was it my senior year?
Yeah,
no, because
we're the same. We were supposed to be the same year.
Yeah, so yeah.
We just ended up not being because I was
2021. Annalise invited me to church. She's like, "Hey, you should come." And I came to church, and we sat in the second row, and I was very uncomfortable the whole time. And then after we do all this stuff, and we get done, Pastor Brandon looks back at me, who's the associate pastor here, and he goes, "See you next week." And then I started coming every week, and now I'm here. So,
yay! What teams do you serve on here?
I serve on the usher team, which is kind of in the security team and the parking team. Those kind of all lump together. And I'm also a youth leader with you two and Mariah, who's not with us. Not here.
Not with us.
Shout out to
she's
Mariah.
Here. She's alive.
She's alive.
She's alive.
She was on last week. She is out having some fun tonight with her husband. So, miss you, Mariah. Shout out to you. We love you, and we know you feel high.
All right. Well, my name is Jaden O'Keefe. I was born in West Virginia.
We're starting back that far.
He said where he was from.
Okay, I didn't.
I was born in West Virginia. I moved here to the Pittsburgh area when I was around 2. I don't know, what else did we say? I work right now at a bunch of things. I am a video content manager for a company. I edit videos and do marketing strategy meetings where we talk about font sizes and colors for 2 hours. It's a great time. And then I have my own company with a bunch of my friends where we have a podcast and a community-based initiative where we talk about your relationship with God and growing better as a person. And then I, like Annalise, am kind of volunteer staff here. And we are youth leaders, as they both said. What teams am I on? I'm on
a lot.
Production.
I'm on production team.
Oh, I'm on that too.
I'm on the youth team. I think I'm on facilities team.
I think we're all on the level of whatever they need, we hop on that team.
Yeah,
I think that's where we're all at.
I'm on the jack of all trades team and just kind of do anything we're asked. There's actually a treadmill sitting out there that Pastor Nick wants us to build. So,
not once. I offered that we would. You guys don't know that.
If you're here on Sunday, you will see the treadmill and why we need to build it. So make sure you come on Sunday so you can see what that's for.
And we're not using the directions.
No, we're just gonna build it and hope it works.
It's gonna work.
I'm gonna use the directions.
Is that it?
I think so.
Oh, I'm a youth church camp counselor too every summer at a camp in West Virginia. That is one of my biggest passions. I love working with underprivileged. Is that the right word? Yeah, sure.
I don't know what you're thinking.
I don't know. Somebody fact check us on that.
Kids that really weren't handed the best deck in their life, and that is definitely one of my passions, is helping people that didn't get the best hand in life. So I do that every summer, and I love it so much. And we're taking our kids to a youth camp this summer.
We are going to youth camp this summer. It's in Michigan. So it's called Summer Youth Retreat, which is pretty basic. But I found out that there's another camp. It's called SYR, but it's because it's like Summit. That's like their youth group name. So Pastor Nick and I were like, what the heck? But then we realized what was going on. So we're going to Summer Youth Retreat, which is in Michigan, and that's July 18th to the 22nd, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that will come out in the Genfo this weekend during service, but there will be more information to come on how to sign up and all of that. We're super excited for that. That's like 2 months away. It's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
already
exciting.
here. Yeah.
So just for everyone that is on Instagram, make sure, so just to recap for everyone that just joined, we are not going to be streaming this on Instagram forever. We are doing it because that's where a lot of you are, but we really want to be using Twitch. So please go follow us on Twitch at generations_youth. If you are on YouTube or Facebook right now and you're watching this, please go follow us on Twitch at generations_youth, because we're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff there. And like I teased earlier, we're going to be doing game shows, Bible trivia, all kinds of trivia stuff. I'm really excited to do live game shows. I love trivia.
Jaden's really good at trivia. It kind of sucks if you're trying to play with him.
I have a lot of useless knowledge up in here that doesn't help for anything but trivia, and it is very fun.
One question that somebody asked on the Instagram live was, can anyone come to church on Sunday? And the answer is yes, absolutely. Everyone is welcome to come to Sunday service. And that is at 10:30. I know that it was on the bottom of the screen, but just putting that out there again, just so everyone knows. And if you have any questions or want to know more, you can go to our website, which is ghow.net, or our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of the above. You guys ready to jump into some questions?
Yeah, let's get into the meat and potatoes of what Midlights is. So for everyone that is just joining now, Midlights is a thing that we do where we answer your questions, whether they be someone came on a Tuesday and a kid wrote the question down, which is what I have here, or you ask us questions live about your faith or God or anything that you have. Either we will give you an answer right now to the best of our abilities, or we'll say, I'm not really sure. Get in contact with me and I'll find an answer for you. We all are connected with a lot of people that are very smart, very knowledgeable, very learned people. And we would love to answer your questions no matter what they are. So the first question we have tonight is, I have a friend that doesn't follow God and isn't interested in church. Should I keep speaking to them about God or leave them alone? Does anyone want to take it? Or I can.
You want to start? Oh, you want to start? Go for it.
I can jump in. So now, just so everyone on here knows, I know my Bible, but I can't rattle off verses like many people. So I kind of know what I'm talking about and where it's coming from, but we'll get there. Somebody can fact check. I know you're going to know this because you're a good.
I might.
So I have a friend. So we've all had some friends and some family members that we struggle. That they struggle with our concept, our ideas, and our faith that we have. I personally have one. My family, they all fall into that category. So I deal with this. So I feel able to answer this. Yes, get in their ear, talk to them about it, but do it in a way with tact. You want to approach it. Pastor Nick said it great the other day, and it's a place where I messed up. I came at them with knowledge and biblical proof, and all that stuff. And they're like, whoa, they're so overwhelmed. They're like, I don't want, you're pushing your ideas on me. When what Pastor Nick said is, you should just go up to someone who isn't interested or is just not knowledgeable and be like, hey, don't you just think there's something else to this life? Is there something more to this life than just physically existing? And that's a great point to start. So I would say to whoever wrote this, don't let up on your friend. I mean, it tells us in the Bible to go out and preach the gospel to people. You know, sometimes we got to tweak that to who's ready to receive it, because God's going to put on their heart when it's time for them to receive it. You know, and that's not always the time that you're going to preach to them. It may not resonate with them in the moment, but down the road, they may catch on.
For sure. So, and I know that me and you had a conversation about this the other night. And one of the things that I've kind of taken as a not a mantra, but like something that really sticks with me is me preaching at someone and yelling my biblical truths at someone and just shoving Jesus down their throat will never change someone's mind. And another thing that I don't know who I was talking to the other day, but I found it really cool is, as youth leaders, we are not in the business of harvesting. We are in the business of planting. And what that means for anyone that doesn't understand is, I may not see what my impact does, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't impact. I'm planting seeds. I'm talking to people. I am being the best Jesus I can be. I'm being loving and caring, and I have to love people and show them kindness. And when I do that, seeds will be planted. And they'll be like, why was he so nice to me? Why did he want to go out to lunch with me that day? Why did he call me on the phone to make sure I was okay? Things like that stick with people way more than me saying, John 3:16, you better read your Bible. Like it's leaps and bounds of a difference. Love people and you'll see your world change. Shove Jesus down their throat, you're just as bad as them.
Thank you. So your mom said sometimes preaching is just listening, which I would completely agree with. And also something that I think Jaden was just touching on is, I think this is a great question that was asked, and I'm sure, like TJ said, we all struggled with it. But I wouldn't say stop doing what you're doing. I would say just let your life almost speak for itself. Like if you love God and your life is doing the best that you can do to honor God and give all the glory to him, I think that that's going to show, just like Jaden said, like, oh, why did he want to go out to eat with me? Or why did he call me when he didn't need to? Just like those little things that somebody would be like, they don't have to do that. I think for me, excuse me, that's what goes a long way. If the person doesn't want to hear kind of what you're saying anymore, just your actions say so much about your life and like your love for God.
And I really think that segues into the next question that we have. But real quick before I do that, I want to tell everyone that is on Instagram, again, sorry if you're still here from the beginning, I'm shoving it down your throat. Follow us on Twitch. That is where we are going to be doing most of the Midlights content from now on. If you're on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, make sure you go follow us on Twitch at generations_youth. We're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff there, so please go follow us there. But the next question, which segues so unbelievably good into what you were just saying, is how do I be the good influence on those around me rather than being influenced by the bad around me?
Can I start?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's definitely a fine line between this, I think. And I've been on both sides of the fine line. So at one point of my life, I think I was around the quote unquote bad. And I wasn't strong enough with where I was at with my faith, or strong enough to know that I wasn't ready for that yet. And they were kind of pulling me to where they were at, rather than me pouring into them and letting my life be a light, like I was saying. So I think that there's a fine line, and it takes time to figure that out. But making sure that you're studying your Bible, praying, and I know those are cliche things to say that you should do, but really doing that helps you be the better influence around people than rather being pulled into those that are the bad influence around you.
For sure. I think I might contradict myself a little bit with my last answer, but if you are finding that you are being influenced by the bad and you don't feel like you could ever change the bad, and that you're really trying to be good, but you are just getting overwhelmed with all of the bad, there is a level of take a step back.
Mhm.
It sucks, and people
That's
told
fine.
people told me this my whole life. I was trying to walk on the right path and be the godlike man that I wanted to be, but I was surrounded by friends who weren't yet on that path. And people were telling me my whole life, you gotta just get rid of your friends. Just get rid of them, toss them out of your life. And I refused. I said, that is not what God's telling me to do. God is telling me to stay where I am and be as good as I can possibly be. And one day my friends will follow. One day my friends will get it. And I'm not saying this will happen for everyone, but for me, it happened. And it wasn't even me pushing it. I didn't do anything to say, hey, you guys have to change. I just kept doing my thing. I kept studying. I kept learning more about Christianity, more about the Bible, more about my relationship with God. I kept being a camp counselor every year for kids. And one day, my friends started coming to me and asking me questions about their faith. And they started asking me questions about their relationship with God. And the bad that I was being influenced by eventually was influenced by me. But I didn't do it on purpose. I wasn't trying to influence the bad, because, like with the last question, if you are out there shoving the good into the bad's throat, they're not going to accept it. People don't like being told that they're wrong. People don't like being told that they're not doing the right thing right now. People like to be liked. So if you show people love and you show people kindness, one day it'll come back and it'll be like, wow, I was influencing the bad. The bad wasn't just influencing me. So I think there's a fine line between the two, where you have to walk it and try not to contradict yourself, but it'll work if you try and live your life like Jesus, and you try and live your life the way that the Bible says, by loving and showing kindness. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that tonight, but if you live your life like that, you'll see doors open and you'll see people's lives changed, not only your own.
TJ, do you want to read what Jay had said on Instagram Live?
Yeah, so Jay put on Instagram Live. I don't know who Jay is.
It is she.
Okay, sorry. She said, listening to good music, calming church music, just some worship music. If you want to know, some good people to listen to, DM us. I'd be happy to share you some people. I mean, right off the bat, Kirk Franklin, Elevation, Hillsong. Those are big three.
I got playlists on
Yeah.
playlists that I'll send you.
If you got Spotify, they make it for you.
Yeah.
Like they read your mind, kind of. She also said, let others follow you instead of you following everyone else. It's never a bad idea to tell someone no. So that's great. You don't ever want to be a yes man just to fit in with another group.
Mm-hmm.
That's allowing influences to come over you and basically drive you. You don't want to do that. Don't be afraid to say no. If you got friends, I know I had friends growing up. They're like, if I said, hey, I don't feel like doing that, they're like, you're a chicken, like, you don't want to do that. I'm like, no, man, I just don't want to do it because it's smart.
Yeah.
So just going back to the prayer, pray and ask God to give you that wisdom, to give you that understanding of a situation and how to interact with that, especially with your own friends, because your friends are your biggest influence. B-Next says, show me your friends, I show you your future.
It's funny you say that. So we got a question that's, who are your biggest influences?
My mother.
His mom
That's
asked the
biased.
question. But TJ is right. Pastor Nick does say, show me your 5 closest friends, and that'll show you like the direction your life is going.
But I think when I read the who are your biggest influences, I think about the question of how they said it. bad and the good influences around you. And a huge one for me is music. If I'm listening to Slipknot and Metallica and all that stuff, I am a lot more likely to be an irritable, angry person. It's not that I'm trying to do that. It's just that's what I'm feeding my brain. So that's what's coming out of my mouth. And I think for me, music artists that have helped me, there's definitely, I don't know if anyone listens to rap, but Andy Mineo is one of the most influential music artists in my life. He talks about a lot of very real things that he's dealing with, and he's not one of the rappers that's like gold chains, fake teeth, and drugs. Let's go, let's get it. He's a Christian artist, but he's a very methodical person.
Favorite Andy song? Yeah.
My favorite Andy Mineo song. Oh gosh, what's the situation?
Favorite one off the top of your head?
The only one I can think of right now is Rat Race.
I thought of Coming In Hot, and that's all I got.
No,
that's the first one that came to my head.
That's because that song went platinum.
Yeah.
No,
Still a good song.
There's a song called Rat Race, and the chorus of it from Andy Mineo is "Roof your ball, I don't want to play." He's in the song. He just talks about, I don't want to run in the race that the world is making me run. Roof the ball, I don't even want to play. Like, get rid of the ball. The game isn't worth playing. Wow, that was a good song for me to think of right on the spot.
You're welcome.
That was great.
Jay said, and if anyone likes rap, but there's church rap too. Yeah. Young Bro is a good rapper, along with Jaden said Andy Mineo is good. I like Can't Stop Us. Can't Stop Us is a good song too.
It's Can't Stop Us?
Yeah. It's not by Andy, I don't think.
Macklemore?
No. I mean, yes, but no, that's not the one she's referring to.
Oh.
There's two more. I listen to like Wandy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's our name. And Caleb Gordon. Caleb Gordon's great
Don't know
too.
who that is.
So actually,
He's like up and coming. He's like not
okay.
mainstream.
I don't know. Is her
That's
name
cool.
Wandy or Wanda?
I don't know, but Woo.
It got an E
her
on the end
song
of it.
Woo is my favorite.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she is actually signed by 116 Records, which is actually a record label that Andy Mineo helped start with Lecrae, Tripoli, Tadashi, a bunch of those artists.
Those are all good ones too.
They're all fantastic. If you just look up 116 on Google, like 116 Records, it's Romans 1:16 actually. Their whole motto is, I am unashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God, not only for the Jew, but also the Gentile. And that is Romans 1:16. They have like, I am unashamed tattooed all over their bodies. But it's that whole group. And then what's the new guy's name? 1K Few.
Oh, I love 1K Few.
He just did a whole album with Lecrae. Fantastic music. And if you're a guy, back when I was a young lad, they released an album together called Up Anthem, and it is a very influential album in my life about how to grow as a man and like how to live according to the Bible and be a man and not do all the worldly things and be a child for the rest of your life type thing. I think one of the lyrics is, you can be a kid till the day you lay in your grave. Being a man is about more than just, and then talks about all kinds of stuff. But it's a really good album. You should go listen to everything I just said.
Yeah, and along with music, you got, I mean, TikTok's so big. I'm not on TikTok. I never had it. I never got on that wave. But I mean, it's just those little things. Those 1 minute videos. I mean, we're Vine people. You guys, I don't know if anybody here knows Vine. I was on Vine. That was 6 seconds. I think it was the longest you could do.
Oh,
but
gosh.
I mean, TikTok's 1 minute. It's training your brain to.
It's up to 3 minutes now. It can be.
That's just a YouTube video.
So, do you have TikTok back yet?
No.
Okay, so I probably am the only one that has the app on my phone. But I will say that it was taking too much of my time, and it was one of the bad influences in my life. So I stopped getting on it. And I think yesterday was the first time I opened it in 3 months, and it was really strange. And then I realized in the first 2 videos I was wasting too much time, and I deleted it. I was like, I'm done.
I did the same thing, and I deleted it off my phone probably like half a year ago. But I will say, I just get caught up in Instagram reels now.
Yeah.
You do.
But my
Yeah.
Instagram reels are way better than anything TikTok ever was.
But I want to say though, if you are on TikTok, nothing against that. And there's really, I don't know. So I feel old. My volleyball girls last year were like, oh, what side of TikTok are you on? And I was like, what do you mean there's sides? So, there's like crafting, there's music, there's cars, there's Christian TikTok is where I'm going with this. But I didn't know there was different sides to it. Found out there was, felt very old in the process. But if you are on TikTok, you could find the Christian influencers and follow stuff like that and get Bible verses that pop up daily and cool little analogies. I know I was getting those when I would be on TikTok. And the same thing for Instagram Reels too. I have a bunch of pastors that pop up in mine. And on Twitter too. Oh goodness, guys, my Siri was on my watch that whole entire time.
So actually, scary / interesting story is one of my friends, when TikTok had like first blown up, we all had it, and he was stuck for months on demon TikTok, and like I'm 100% serious. It was TikTok videos just about demonic things and like scary stuff, like people like doing seances on TikTok, like scary stuff, and he could not get off of it. And I hung out with him for like a day, and then I went home and I was scrolling through TikTok, and it was on my TikTok, and I was like, okay, we're done with this. That's creepy.
That's all that algorithm. They listen. Whatever you say. You ever see? There's a TikTok of like the wives going up to the husband's phone, and they're
ring,
like,
vacation,
ring, vacation, bag,
house,
purse,
baby,
like they listen. There's gonna be ads. Even
watch right now. We're gonna get them.
I've been noticing that I've gotten ads for things that I've not said but thought, and that's freaking me out because I'm like, I didn't say anything about that, and it's now on there. So I mean, that's one thing you can do. Change your algorithm. Go through and like.
Unfollow
all the bad influence.
Don't like posts. Don't click on someone's profile.
I mean, it's a lot more complicated than that. I mean, they're timing how long you're spending on these videos. So just be mindful of that. Just because that's an influence. That's a huge influence. Music is a huge influence. Your media. If anybody on here watches the news still, video games are huge. Like, think about your time is precious and it's limited. So think about how you're spending those minutes with 82,400 seconds in a day.
Okay, engineer.
Okay. Phineas and Ferb, baby. That's the only reason I know that.
Yeah.
Nope.
So
didn't click.
So those seconds are counted, and most of them you're sleeping.
Yeah.
But use them wisely. Use them to help people. Use them to spread the gospel unapologetically, and just.
I'm sorry, I'm getting close. There's a chat.
My Instagram reels are all JDM cars. It's all it is. And if anyone's listening, JDM is Japanese domestic market. It's just Japanese cars. That is all my Instagram reels is, and it's the best thing ever. I love it.
Hey Eddie, I did not see that you said hi a long time ago. What's up? Also, who is that? I can't read your name. Can we still see comments on Twitch? They're asking.
Yeah.
Would they go right there? I guess so. I don't know if you commented that on Twitch. Oh, they did.
Yeah, Beck N71. Hey, can you still see comments on Twitch? wasn't.
Yes, we can.
I wasn't sure if it's like Insta. Yeah. So we're using an app called Restream, and we can see YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch comments all in the same place, so we can see everything. Nice. It might take us a little longer to see it. Like, look, I can even do this. I pulled up. Well, someone has to type, but I pulled up the chat on the side of the screen, and now everyone can see all the comments from every platform. It's really cool. But all of you are on Instagram right now, and you need to go to Twitch. Make sure you follow us at generations_youth on Twitch, because I want to do game shows. So go follow us. It's going to be really fun. And maybe, just maybe, if you are nice enough to Annalise, if you win the game show, you might get some gift cards.
Ooh,
and some prizes and stuff like that. That's up to Annalise, because she's in charge of money.
Hey Lib, what's up? I know you just hopped on, and you haven't heard this yet. Go follow us on Twitch at generations_youth. We're using a different app than usual, and we're also streaming on Facebook, Instagram up here, YouTube, and Twitch. So go check that out.
And congratulations on graduating.
Yes, congratulations on graduating. Lib. Congratulations to everybody that graduated. I know Burrell was last night, which is where Lib was at, and then Highlands was tonight. McKeesport was Wednesday
night.
night. And I think Mariah School, I guess, goes next week. But those are about the only public schools in the area that I know about their graduation dates.
All right, so we're gonna do another question. TJ,
I know that God. I can't read. I know that God loves me, and I believe that the Bible is true. But I often feel left out and feel that I am not normal. How can I get more friends like me? I'll go first. Simple answer: come to church.
Yes.
Number one.
So I don't know if TJ, you've done it, Jaden. I think you started doing it. But when I had friends that were like, you're too busy, you never hang out with me anymore, you don't have time for me. Like, can we go do this? Can we do that? I'm like, come to church, hang out with me there. If I'm not at church, I'm usually sleeping or eating at home and then coming to church. So you should come to church. And I always hang out with people at church, in church, out of church to go eat. I love eating. I think it's just like a common theme. But I would suggest them to come to church. When somebody wants you to do something and they don't see you anymore, invite them to church.
Yeah, there was a friend that me and Annalise had from high school that she was like, "Hey, why don't we hang out anymore? Why aren't we friends anymore? Like, I just want to see everybody." And I was like, "Well, we spend most of our time at church, so if you want to come hang out with us, you should just come to church." And then she was like, "Yeah, but," and then like changed the subject. And then I was like, "Well, if you come to church, then you'll see us, and you can hang out with us. Then you can go to lunch with us, and you can go do all this stuff with us."
Mm-hmm.
And then she completely disregarded it. But she did end up coming to church. So I think we won a little bit on that.
Your mom just made me sad and feel old. We graduated 5 years ago yesterday. That's crazy.
We're old.
Oh, that's weird.
TJ made a Vine reference earlier, and I thought I was like 40.
Just FYI, none of us are above 25.
Yeah.
Just so you're all aware.
I guess nobody did say how old.
Are you 24?
23.
No.
Oh, okay.
I just picked 25. So I just didn't
Oh, yeah,
know.
she's 23.
I am the youngest.
I'm 23 as well. When's your birthday?
March 7th.
Of next year, you'll be 24. I'm the oldest.
I'll be 23 in a certain amount of days now.
Jay doesn't want to do the math.
I don't want to do the math. My birthday is June 27th. If you want to like follow me on Instagram or something and get me past 700 followers.
2,000.
Go like his car video.
Yeah.
Go like my car video. It's really funny. I have like 300 likes on it now, and it blew up on Reels just a little bit, and it was funny because I crashed my car.
Also, something else about this question. So the last part of it was
I forgot to get the question.
I often feel left out and like I'm not normal. How can I get more friends like me? I want to say this because we just kind of brushed past it. None of us are normal and we're all created differently. So please don't be ashamed of who you are. You just haven't found the friends right now that click with you maybe or that have the same interests as you. And honestly, a great way to do that, I know we said come to church, but we have life groups and they're really fun. And it's so that we don't do life alone. That's kind of like our little tagline for it. And they're for anybody. Like you don't have to come to our church. And honestly, we used to have, during COVID, we had life groups that were just virtual. So we still have some that do that. So like, even if you're not in the state, you could be a part of our life group. Mm-hmm. But we always have activity life groups, curriculum life groups, Bible studies. There's so many different fun things. Right now, I know the most recent one I saw that got posted was one for moms who are homeschooling their kids. So like they're just building a community so they can support each other and their kids can learn together and the moms can support each other and love God and encourage one another. So I would really encourage you to join a life group. I don't know who asked this is listening, but it's okay that you don't feel normal right now. Like there were times that I felt unnormal and I just kind of pushed all my friends away. And then I came to church and I was like, okay, like I'm doing stuff. And then I found friends again. So that's just little things.
So my mom's in the chat and she can attest to this. When I was in school, I definitely felt very the same. Like I didn't have friends that were like me. I had friends that and even now, my best friends in the world are nothing like me, but we're best friends because we were friends forever. And now it's kind of like we were just brothers that just didn't like each other. Mm-hmm. But I never had friends that liked the same things I liked or did the things that I wanted to do. And I don't know if where you go to school or what your situation is like, but I know for me I went to a small private school. I had 15 kids to choose from. And if they didn't like the things I liked, we just kind of dealt with it. And it was very hard to find people that liked the things that I liked. And There really wasn't an answer there. I'm agreeing with you. It's difficult.
And he made it. That's what the point of
Yeah,
it was. He's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's hard. It's difficult. But you just kind of like don't give up, and you just keep working through the things. Like if the people over here that you're friends with are satanic and you don't want to be satanic, definitely don't keep being friends with them. But just because you have differences and they aren't exactly like you doesn't mean you can't end up being really good friends. Because like the guys that I graduated with, there's 8 of them that I still talk to almost.
There's more than 8.
There's 8 of them that I still talk to almost every day.
Yeah.
And I have barely anything in common with them. But we love each other and we're like brothers now. So it's hard, but you just got to keep pushing, kind of.
Your mom commented, "I'm really weird." She is saying she's really weird. Normal is boring. I would agree. Normal is very boring.
I would agree. My mom is very weird.
Oh, I wasn't agreeing with that.
I don't know your mom. I don't know.
Well, you got the invite for dinner, so.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing to go on with your friends, I think it's really important when you're looking for friends. I don't think you ever find them when you're looking.
Mhm.
You find them when you're low. God puts them in your life when you need them, and when I don't know, is that right? Maybe I can say.
Yeah.
And another good thing is
That's
learn
all
the
relationships.
difference. Yeah, you're not. If you go looking, if you go out and say, "I want to find a best friend," probably aren't going to find them.
Don't force it, man.
Yeah, you can't force anything, and then you have to learn the difference between friend and acquaintance.
That's good.
Because a lot of people say, "I got like 4." Like somebody was like, "I got 4 best friends." What? What? If you have a wedding, who's your best man or maid of honor?
Dude,
Not all 4.
I don't know.
Not all 4.
It's a very difficult decision.
Like it's tough. Like I mean, I know us 3 are very good friends, and then I have other friends outside of this. Still very limited. In high school, we knew you guys went to a smaller school, but
We did.
I mean, I played football. Everybody knew who I was. I left there. I went to college. Nobody knew who I was. I know. Like, I talked to 3 people from high school out of graduating with 200. I knew like 1,000 people. Like understanding what an acquaintance is. And what's the song? Oh, like find out who your friends are.
Oh.
It's a country song.
Yeah,
It's not a country song.
Yeah.
It's a great song. It was a great TikTok about a guy who had cancer, and like the whole neighborhood showed up and farmed his field and sowed his crop for him while he was in a hospital
It's a
bed.
good song, actually. I like it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
That's
what you guys
extremely
are talking
important.
about.
Like,
I do want to go off of that though. TJ said like the 3 of us like are really good friends, and with Mariah, and I knew Jaden before coming to church here. I also knew TJ before coming to church here, not Mariah. But I would say that being at church and serving with them and getting to do things at the church with them has strengthened our friendships. And if it wasn't for the church, we wouldn't be as close as we are, nor would we be as good of leaders as we are because of the bond that we already have.
I'd have never known him.
Right. Never.
Like our paths just would have never crossed.
nope.
And I didn't even say that at the beginning. The reason that I came to this church, Annalise tricked me.
I mean, guys, listen. So one thing that I think is really important when you're trying to get someone to church is you encourage them with food. Not
You didn't encourage me with
I know
food.
this is just a side note. I got 8 friends, 6, 7, I don't know, a bunch of friends from college to come because I told them I would take them to lunch afterwards. But Jaden, on the other hand, okay, so one of our other friends wanted to be involved in youth group. And I was going to make the introduction for him. And so then the one night we were like, it'd be cool if Jaden came. And he was like, I don't think he's going to come. And I was like, I'm going to see if he wants to hang out with us. So I texted him and said, hey, do you want to hang out? Didn't tell him where, just said, do you want to hang out? He said, yes. So then he showed up at youth group. And
then they made me start preaching to kids the night that I got there.
You act like you don't like it. You love
No,
it.
I loved it.
Exactly.
But like,
exactly my point.
But like I showed up and I'm just like, I don't know any of these kids. I don't know anything. They're like, Jaden, you want to teach tonight? And I was like,
it wasn't your first night
You
though.
pull your Bible out of your back
Yes.
pocket. It's marked.
Listen. Don't let him just lead you the wrong way. It wasn't the first time that he preached.
And then after the first day, they were like, all right, so you're a youth leader now? What do you want to change about youth? I was like, what?
That might have happened.
I was like, I'm a youth leader.
That's
What?
what happened with me. They were like, hey, you should start. I was like, you should start coming to youth. And I was like, what? And then they're like, oh, you're in it now. And I was like, when did I start?
Listen,
What's
they're
a
both
youth?
complaining, but they're both here and they love it.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say. Just pull your friends in. If God puts something on your heart, encourage them to be there and see if it works out.
My mom said, "Who needs friends when you could play Lego Star Wars and Ninja Turtles with your mom?" I did that.
I think she's jealous.
Yeah, she
I was
is.
like, you should do that.
Mom, you want to
Wake
play?
her up.
Mom, you want to play Lego Star Wars when I get home?
She didn't say Lego. Did you just add that?
I added Lego Star Wars because it was Lego Star Wars. Because if you played Lego Star Wars, you know how good of a game that was.
I didn't.
Pastor Nick said you can talk about it or be about it. About what?
Actually, words.
Wonder when you said that, because I've
been watching the thought. It just came. But yeah, friends are not the most easy thing to find when you're avidly looking for friends.
Very true.
It's like how we answered the first two questions. You just be you, love, show kindness, and all of these things will come to you. That's a Bible verse. Don't know where it is, but Jesus said it.
Pastor Nick, you got anything for that?
Throw that on, P-Nick. I know you know it.
Talk about reaching peaks or just get up and go.
Okay.
Would you like to hop on? I'm not quite understanding. Okay, so you can either talk about it or you can just get up and go. Reach people? Is that what we're getting at here? I think that's definitely what we're getting at.
Trying to say.
But while you answer that, we have one more question.
Yeah, one more question. This one's a pretty simple one. I mean, simple because it's barely any words.
Okay.
How do I put God first?
Your mom said she's your best friend.
My mom is my best friend. Sorry, all my other friends.
Question though is, how do I put God first? I'm gonna start.
I'll start by saying a meme that I saw, and it's on. If you want to follow something funny, Instagram people just go on this after is epic Christian memes, hilarious. And one of their memes said, "Is following God easy?" And it said, "Yes, but no." And
yeah,
I think that's totally true because God says, "Have childlike faith and follow me." But then it's like you get into reading your Bible, which is how you can put God first. Put time aside in the day. Start your day with that. End your day with that. Have a journal in between. Is great. Write down your prayers. Pray is first and foremost. I mean, a lot of Rich always talks about it. He's great with that. He says, because it's the truth, is a lot of people today will pray after the fact. I mean, unfortunately, with what happened in Texas and all the mass shootings that we see, everybody's sending thoughts and prayers, but it's always after the fact. It's always after these things happen. Prayers are number one weapon. That should happen first.
Yeah.
And for anything, whether you're at McDonald's, you don't know what to order, pray about it. If you're like looking for a wife or I guess I don't know who's married on here, but if you're going through a hardship in a relationship in your family, pray about it. God's there for you to listen to you and give you the advice you need. And that's how you can put him first.
Sure.
Something that I know we chuckled on when you said you don't know what to order at McDonald's, like pray. Honestly, that's 100% true. And one time, Pastor Nick and I were building a couch downstairs here at the church. And if anybody knows MacBids, you don't always get the best stuff. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But it came from MacBids, and the spring in the back of it was broken. Pastor Nick's like trying to fix it, like hardcore, not getting it, not fixing it. And he was like, I'm going to stop. I'm going to pray. I'm going to ask for wisdom. And I was like, for a couch? He was like, yeah, absolutely. In all things, like if you can't figure it out, pause, pray, ask God for wisdom, see what he has to say. And that honestly said so much to me. And that was just by building a couch. So I know it's a really silly story. And so was TJ saying at McDonald's, but like it's as simple as that, is don't forget to just talk to God. And it doesn't have to always be out loud. I think you say that a lot, Jaden, is it just goes through your head like daily, like constantly.
It's when we eat. Like if we ever sit down to eat, and this annoys a lot of people that I eat with, but if we ever sit down to eat and everyone's like, oh, we need to pray before our meal, I'll just go, amen. And then I'll start eating and people get mad at me and they're like, well, you didn't actually pray. And it's like, I've been praying this whole time. Like God knows that my thought is bless this food, bless the hands that made it, bless my travels for the rest of the day. God knows that I am praying. I don't need to sit here and speak it out loud. I said amen. I believe that it is done. I am in agreement with what God has done.
I mean, there's a time and place for you to get on your knees.
Yes.
Private. It says go
Yes.
What story is that where it says go to the prayer closet,
Mm-hmm.
whoever that is,
I
go
don't
to
know
the
what
prayer
the story
closet
is.
and pray in there in solitude,
Yep.
in peace. And there's time for that. But sometimes like you don't have time for that. I mean, some people will say that. Some people that are just on fire for God are like they respect that reverence. I remember that episode you had, it was great on reverence. And it was like some people will be in a McDonald's drive-thru and get out their car and just jump on their knees and start just crying out to God. And it's like,
I know
if
some of
that's
those
how
people.
passionate you are about nuggets, I'd love to see you in a worship session because I'm sure that's crazy.
Yeah.
Pastor Nick said we did fix the couch. That is true.
So when I see the question, how do I put God first? My first thought is to deconstruct the question. Do you know who God is? Do you know how he works? Do you know what his voice sounds like? If you don't, you're going to have a really hard time figuring out how to put God first. But if you're in your Bible and you're studying and you know what the Holy Spirit's voice sounds like and you're ready for him to call your name and tell you what to do, putting God first will be easy. What was that?
I don't know what that. Oh, that was a chat.
Okay.
That's on Google. Pastor Nick said, and it's beneficial to pray as a community as well. But Hannah in the Bible prayed silently among herself, and God answered her prayers as well.
And if it, I don't know that story specifically, and I'm disappointed in myself for not. But if you look at Daniel, and in the Bible, there was a law that was passed. This is Old Testament. There was a law that was passed, and King Nebuchadnezzar said, "No one shall pray to anyone but me." And this is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. No one should pray to anyone but me. No way, my mom just said that. What is Matthew 6? I don't know. Probably what you said. But no one should pray to anyone but me. And he got into his quiet place, and his quiet place was in his bedroom in front of an open window that faced the rest of the town. And he said, I will not quit doing this because I believe in my God. I'm going to keep praying in the same place because that is my place to pray. That is my place to get in connection with God. And so he did every day until he was arrested and thrown in the lion's den and all that stuff ended up happening. But God saved him and all that. But there are countless times in the Bible where people find a quiet place to sit with God and pray. So when I say that I go to eat my food and I just go, amen, it's done, I don't mean that that's all that I do. There's time and a place for these quiet places like that. Jesus did it 1,000 times.
Pastor Nick said, we do see in most places that Jesus ate with others, that he blessed the food audibly, broke it, and then they ate. And so there is no one way to pray, but definitely wise to pray, like different wise to pray. Yes, I would agree.
And what else? The Bible says don't blabber or anything. Something about like be intent with your prayer. You know, sometimes, I mean, we've all had it like at the end of the day and you're just like, I can't think of anything to say. So you just sit there and just maybe listen to worship music and just spend time. I mean, prayer is what? Spending time and talking to God. So sometimes words aren't the most necessary if it's not on your heart to say something.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what Linger is, which we do at the church. And that's every third Friday. We don't live stream it. It's in person at the church, and that's at 7 p.m. And we just come and linger in God's presence. We sit and listen for what God is saying to us.
That's right. That's right.
Great questions too. Great thoughts, guys. Pastor said great thoughts and great questions.
Sweet.
I hope everybody enjoyed Midlights on this fine June Friday night. For everyone that is here and hasn't heard me say it a million times, I heard Annalise say it, please make sure you go follow us on Twitch because we're going to be doing some really cool stuff on there and we really want to see you there. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. So be here because this is where the fun is.
Right here on this live stream.
Right here. This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. Join us on Twitch next week.
Yes.
We got somebody just joined on.
Pastor Nick said, I love that at the end
up,
of it all, y'all are showing how easy it is to just love and talk to God.
Yeah.
That's right.
For sure. So we're going to end it here, but this will be posted on YouTube, on Twitch as well.
Facebook.
Is it being posted on Facebook?
I think so.
So you can share. Wow.
Yikes.
You can share this. Share this with your mother, your brother, your grandma, your aunt, and your uncle.
Your sister too.
Your sister too. She needs some Jesus. Share it to everyone you know because we will be posting it. We're going to be doing it next week. We're going to be doing it every week. So please share it, post it, follow us on Twitch. Awesome things coming. Thank you everyone for coming, talking to us, asking questions. I love you, Mom. I will be home soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.